There isn't a video on YouTube that goes over Vixra.org. I will link the URL to the bottom of this page. But anyways, this is Vixra. Submit button. Here's a blog on Facebook, Twitter. Here's the forum. And here's the information page overviewing why this website was created. And you have categories. Here's all submissions. Here, I'll show you what that looks like. Click on that, and the first submissions were in 2007 all the way up to 2014. And this is the month, no, this is the year and month, so it would be 2014 January, 2014 February, March, April, May, all the way to December, and these numbers in parentheses are the number of submissions made in that month. If you'll notice, the amount of submissions has been increasing significantly. Even in March of 2014, 844 submissions were made. And in November, 495. That's a lot of submissions. Alright, let's go back. There are categories in physics. You have high energy particle physics, quantum gravity and string theory, relativity and cosmology, astrophysics, on and on and on, climate research, mathematical physics, history and philosophy of physics. And if you go down a little bit further, you have mathematics, which is set theory and logic, number theory, algebra, geometry, statistics. And you have computational science. Those are interesting. And you have biology, biochemistry, physics of biology, mind science, quantitative biology. You have chemistry, humanities, and academics, education and didactics, general science and philosophy. Here's the about page on Vixra. So why the Vixra, how to access Vixra ePrints, how to submit, replace, and withdraw. Use the good practice guide. They're on Facebook. There's a blog. Arvix is, I don't know how to pronounce that exactly, it's a weird word. Well, that's the mirror site. SciPrint, here's the FAQ, frequently asked questions. And then you have, just for fun little things on there. It's a very simple website, but more specifically, I want to go over, so you can click on any of these to lead you to where you want to go. I want to go over this because I think it's very, very important that people understand what's going on here. I'm not going to read this in its entirety, but the basic reasoning behind it is to ensure that everybody has the opportunity to place their work in a repository without delay so that it is independently time-stamped and kept available at a fixed URL indefinitely. There is no charge for the service. Thank you, Phil. Vixra is a non-profit website run by volunteers for the scientific community. And basically, this Vixra site, this is absolutely brilliant. This is a very, very, very good idea because throughout history, science and mathematics has been advanced by people from a wide range of backgrounds. Only in the past century did research become overwhelmingly concentrated in the ivory towers of academia. But what happened is that it changed with the advent of the internet, and everything has been able to be shared at a very, very rapid pace. So basically, for the ivory towers to protect their own work, instead of having it to where people can only access the information if they were already a part of academia, now everybody can access the information and make discoveries. And for those people who have read my papers, they'll know that I think I've made an important discovery, but this isn't about me. This is about Vixra. I wanted to personally congratulate Phil Gibbs on creating this wonderful website. I think he has the best intentions in mind, and I also believe that he has gone about this process in the most efficient and the most reasonable manner. Phil Gibbs is the kind of person that I believe is a real leader in the scientific community, regardless if the scientific community does not approve of his actions. Yeah, you can search in this little search bar up here. It says abstracts, authors, papers, full site, and click go. I want to show you what this forum looks like. There's the forum. It's free. You can log in and make any posts you want. I've made posts on there, but you know, I'm considered a crank or a crackpot or pseudoscientist by establishment physics, but you know, I really don't care for labels. But that's what a lot of people do in the mainstream scientific community. They say, "Oh well, you're reading papers on Vixra, so it must mean that you're a crank or a crackpot or some type of crazy person." But it's really strange, because why should somebody be considered crazy if they have an idea that they consider important? Isn't that like basic human communication? If you feel as if you made something, a discovery or some kind of process or some kind of understanding, you should be able to publish this understanding in an online place like Vixra.org so the public can see it. And especially people who are interested in science can see it as well. There should be no need for ideas to be censored by peer review, and there's no reason why people shouldn't be able to have an area where they can share their ideas with other like-minded people, regardless if mainstream science considers them as crackpots or pseudoscientists or, you know, just plain crazy. Unfortunately, history is full of crazy people, and ironically, it's some of the craziest people weren't considered crazy at the time. I don't mean to drop the H-bomb here, but I'm pretty sure that there are leaders of certain countries back in World War II who are considered to be perfectly rational, clear-thinking individuals, but were clearly the exact opposite. Now, I'm sure we can make those parallels apparent inside of establishment science, but that's just a part of the history of it all. Sometimes you have people that have made ideas which are completely crazy, yet turned out to be absolutely correct in every single way. But then there are people out there that make crazy ideas fact, but yet everybody gets taught as if they're fact, but actually they're complete trash, and they need to be exposed as trash. And my friend Stephen Crothers does a lot of that on this site. His papers are very, very, very interesting, and he does break a lot of that stuff down for people to, there's me. I know my ideas might be a little crazy, but yeah, Mr. Crothers does a good job. But anyways, here's the Vixra site. Here's a Phil Gibbs blog, and I don't think he's posted in a while. I think it's April 6, 2014 was his most recent post, but he also categorizes a lot of other ideas, and he also has a blog roll here. If you want to click on that, you can check out all these different blogs. Me, I don't read these blogs. I think the majority of them are nonsense ramblings by people who are overeducated, but that's just my own personal opinion. Alright, I think that sums it up. Thank you for listening.